Okay, so last time I showed you guys how to make a little machine with a lever, and my sound quality was horrible. I have like 6 microphones and only 2 of them work, and one of them's cables is all messed up. So if you watched that video and you bared through the horrible sound quality, you're a soldier. So I'm going to show you how to make this hammer machine, which uses the same idea, and it is just a beautiful thing. I don't know, I have no words. That's just all. So the first step is you hit J, or you can go over here and click, for those of you who are used to using F3X. And then you add a cylinder, and then you resize it. Hopefully you already have your stuff all set up. And then we just go ahead and make it a pretty nice size. And then we want to lift it up into the air a little bit, alright? We'll color it blue so we know what it is. Yeah, I know it's an annoying color of blue, but you know, maybe we could make it an even more annoying color. Nah. Lift it up here. And then we make a copy of it, Shift C. If you're on phone, once again, I don't know how to help. Then we shrink it on down with the X tool, or just these little dots over here in this corner. I'll just happily drag my mouse over to guide you guys. And then we want to slowly extend this thing out, making a lever, so that way we can push on it when our machine's ready. Then what we want to do is copy this big circle. Shift C, and paint our copy purple, another really bright color, and go to the both over here in our blue bar, which is the shrink and expand tool. Shrink it down so it looks like a lollipop, and then extend it out in both directions like this. Then go back over, set our tool to normal, sort of extend it out a little bit more. And this is what you should have. So basically you have your blue wheel on this pink bar, and you have a blue lever on the blue wheel. Next step is we copy our purple, not purple, pink. Whew. That was, I don't even know. Then you take your copied pink bar and hook it to your other pink bar. And make sure they're all nice and hooked up, and shrink down the other pink bar, maybe make it look nice. And then make a copy of it one more time and paint it red. Rotate it. Push it forward. Sort of make sure they're all touching each other. You know, so that it doesn't all fall apart when we weld it. And I'll show you that here in a second. What we're doing is we're making a lever controlled hammer. And then we need to make something to hold all this stuff up, otherwise it will fall. And I'll show you what it falling looks like after we're done making stuff hold it up. So we're going to paint this purple. This is what purple looks like. That's what blue looks like, and that's what pink looks like, and that's what red looks like. For some reason earlier I called pink purple. So now we're going to take this copied bar and just pop it in there. And slowly shrink it down. And then we can turn back off our both tool in the X tool, because each of them have their own sort of settings. As you can see, I should change my cursor. Sorry, that's just a side note for me. And then copy this thing. What we're doing here is we're making little bolts or hooks, or just something to hold our bar and wheels in so that they don't fall. Want to leave a little space so that the wheel isn't being pushed in on, causing some sort of drag. So it's easy to spin around. Just gonna leave a little bit of a gap. Takes a of a good eye to make sure there's a gap there. Copy this. You want to just put it every once in a while. And now we have all the supports we need, but now what we want to do is we want to put sort of a cube out here. Yeah, you can copy this red thing and make a little table here. Paint it white. Just put it right underneath the hammer. Use the both tool. Make it nice and big. Then you have your hammer. And real quickly I'm going to show you what happens if this thing doesn't have supports. So we take our machine, we hold Shift C, which makes a copy of it, and then we just drag it, and then we weld it with the F tool. See this tool over here? I'm just going to slowly take my cursor over to the F tool and hit weld to last, which basically makes this whole thing one thing. So I'll color it all one color to show you how now it's all one unit. I'm going to put it up in the sky, so now it's all one thing. And if I unanchor it with the M tool, and it has a little anchor like a boat anchor on it, falls. See, because it had no support, it just falls to the ground. And I'll even show you what happens if we don't have it welded. So if I go to the F tool, and I break welds, the whole thing breaks into individual pieces. So that's the importance of welding things together and having a support structure to hold it all together. So now I'll show you actually what our machine does. So you hold Shift, left click, and just select everything by dragging your mouse across the screen, and then hold Shift C and just move the thing with these yellow bubbles. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slowly select everything by holding Shift and clicking with left click. That is our colors here. The blue you want to select, the pink you want to select, and the red you want to select. And then it will have these yellow little floaty things around it. And then we go back over to our F tool, so I'll slowly take my mouse over, get that, and hit weld to last. And then as you can see, I'm going to unanchor with our thingy. I forgot that you cannot drag that tool. And then as you can see, I've unanchored it, and now I can control it. I think you go this way with it. See how I can lift the hammer? You know, so you can see how it didn't fall out of the sky because it has supports. And now you might be wondering, why is these purple things and this white thing not falling? Because when something in Roblox is not unanchored, it has no physics or rules being applied to it, so essentially it can just levitate forever. So, but there's your hammer machine. It's beautiful, and you can make other machines that run like this, like trains and cars, and you probably could even make a helicopter, but I'm yet to figure out how that works. But, yep, goodbye. I hope you liked this.